Do we just say with the pick'ems, guys? Do we just say it, guys? Do we try for gold or do we just make the really base pick'em? Which one? I don't know. I feel like it's more fun if we go based. Damn. Damn. Ah. Sag. I'll miss you, friends. All right. Oh, dude, do we just go complete? What do I want to do? Like, do I just go the base route the whole fucking way, dude? Like, do I just do it? The most base pick'ems world. Lock it in. But I also feel like I will. Well, I did pick Furia in the advance before, so I guess I'm not a Furia jinx. Okay. I was gonna go the route like maybe I shouldn't put him in here because if I do, then I'm gonna jinx him. But no, I had him going through challengers, and I should have put them as 3-0 for legends and left it, but I didn't because I'm stupid. But Outsiders over Fnatic. Yeah, I think Outsiders playstyle is really strong versus Fnatic. Who knows? I think Fnatic's a very dangerous team. I think, I mean, if you're at this point, I don't know, bro. You could go down the line. Whenever you get to the champion stage or playoffs, sometimes there's like one match where like it feels like a foregone conclusion. But I just don't really feel like that's the case this whole major. And I feel like that's the same for champion stage. Like, my first instinct tells me Outsiders will win. So that's kind of just what I'm going with. I think Cloud9, everybody knows I've been simping Cloud9. Even when they were down 0-2, I was just saying like Shiro is literally the best player at the major right now. All it takes is one person to fucking plug in their mouse and keyboard and Cloud9 can beat anybody. Like if Shiro maintains that form, which he did from challengers to legends, all it takes is Axile getting 25 and Hobbit getting 20 and C9 wins. That is literally it. Like, now, you know, obviously easier said than done, but you know, based on everything we've seen so far, that's all that has to happen. If Shiro keeps playing like that, bro, they played in front of the crowd in front of Imperial and knocked out Imperial. Now, don't get me wrong, there's 4,000 people versus 18,000, right? For this next stage. I'm just saying, like, if there's anybody going to be prepared for any sort of like loud crowd or big energy, it's actually Cloud9, right? They had to play against like the most like loud ass crowd out of any of these teams so far. I mean, obviously Furious played with the crowd, but you get what I'm saying. All right, so here's what I'll do, chat. I'll do this. I'm gonna do like a serious one, and then I'm gonna do my actual one that's just gonna be incredibly based. Sound good? So I think so we're gonna do real pick'ems first. Real pick'ems. My first instinct, I just want to say I think all these matches are relatively like, you can make an argument for any team beating one another in one of these scenarios. I think Outsiders is like slightly more predictable, and their play style is a bit, the way they play the game is just really fundamentally sound. And Fnatic is really good and has a lot of individual firepower, but if any of that individual firepower does not show up in the way that they need it to against a system and a team like Outsiders, I think it'll become like a snowball and compounding effect. And that's what makes Outsiders such a good team, is when they play teams that are like on the cusp, right? Like a Fnatic where they've really made a bunch of changes. They're really starting to look a lot better. Fnatic is quite competitive again. That's good and all, but what happens now when you don't have the individual level? Do you have the system, and do you have, we'll just say the tactics for lack of a better word, you know, in place to be able to like keep going toe to toe if all the individual pieces aren't there? Outsiders can. So that's how I feel about Outsiders Fnatic. I think Fnatic can absolutely beat Outsiders, but I think it's going to rely purely on individual level to do it, where I think Outsiders is a stronger system and team. Mouse Cloud9. I think Mouse is dangerous as fuck. I think that with how young that team is, with how, dude, they just have raw fucking firepower that one of these young guns could pop off and make this very interesting. However, as I was just saying, Shiro is literally up to this point, if you combine both, he is literally just the best player in the major right now. There are other good players in the major right now, but I don't care. Like, Shiro is literally the best player at this very moment up until we see them play again. And Axile is supposed to be the other guy for this team, and he slowly looked like he's getting his head out of his ass. Inters has looked pretty good. Hobbit's been there, not there, you know, and NaVi's been hot and cold as well. If Axile can just manage to remove head from butt and plug in mouse the way that he can, and Hobbit contributes a little bit, I think C9 will probably just be in the finals. Obviously, if Shiro doesn't maintain his form, which was a fucking godly form, they're gonna be in trouble with Mouse. So we'll just have to wait and see. This one feels really weird because Cloud9 is a very straightforward team in how they play Counter-Strike, and that revolves around a lot of individual personal responsibility, and they definitely can like lose to Mouse, but I nothing. If you're not going to crumble in front of the crowd when knocking out Imperial, I don't really see Cloud9's mental getting fucked with that much. Spirit versus Heroic. I literally don't know. I do not know. We haven't even seen Patsy fully unleash yet for Spirit. Like, Liquid's fucking lucky. Liquid had every chance to win that game yesterday. Patsy is a fucking monster, and my man was like silent and dormant. I mean, he wasn't silent, but he was not Patsy that I'm used to seeing. And Heroic is just looking solid. Little bit up and down, obviously. Every team at this major is like had their points, but when it gets really difficult, I think I don't know. I'm gonna go with Heroic. I'm just gonna go with Heroic. I really this is a complete I don't know. I'm just being honest here. I feel like it's Heroic just because I think they're a bit better team overall, but I feel like that's biased because I just see them play more. Furia and NaVi. If this were in any other location, I'd say NaVi. Without a doubt. If this were in any other location in the world, I'd take NaVi. But remember, we're not doing my base pick'ems yet, so I don't know. This is if it's the base pick'ems, I just don't give a fuck, and this is just what I want to see. I think NaVi doesn't look as NaVi-esque, and I can't quite put my finger on it. I'm trying to be like rational about it, like who I actually think is gonna win. Furia is really strong at the moment, and the way they play the game, I think it's fueled by the crowd. And I think NaVi's looked extremely vulnerable this tournament, as we kind of expected everybody would look. Simple's been good, but not fully simple, and Electronics had his games. Like, I think my biggest concern for NaVi right now is Bit. Bit has just not really, he just hasn't been himself. I'm not sure if it's like when SDY came in, they like changed some spots around I didn't notice or something, but something seems off with Bit, which is the hard part. And I wonder if that'll contribute. Even like there's like two things that like kind of happen, you know what I mean? It's like you either embrace like that aggressive ass crowd and that loud crowd, and it's gonna like fuel him up, or he's gonna just completely crumble, and you're just kind of flipping a coin. Because I think like Bit's like kind of the key for NaVi. If Bit can get closer, I don't expect him to have his past form at majors, but if he can get closer to that form, I think NaVi wins the whole thing. But they're missing like that one element that they're so used to having, right? It's like simple is always there, and then electronic, and then when electronic isn't there, bit's there to take up, and then perfecto's just usually holding it down as a safe pair of hands, and SDY is usually just getting baited and thrown to the wolves. It's a tough one, man. And what's funny is I think if any other team was against Furia, I'd just pick Furia purely because of the environment. But if there was one team that could handle the environment, well, maybe C9 actually, because like I said, they had to play versus Imperial. A lot more fans, but still. Oh, man. I got burned last time I picked NaVi winning the major. I got hella burned. So I think I don't actually know what this one would be. I think I would just like fuck it. We said we're doing a rational one, but I'm just making this my base pick'ems. Fuck it. This is just what I want to see. I don't know who's gonna win. I don't know who's gonna win, but we're just taking them to the fucking that's what I think. We were trying to do the rational pick'ems the whole way, and then it just became the extremely based pick'ems. Thank you. Furia's winning the major in front of the crowd. Plan. Nori says they're not. Nah, we're just doing. We're just going with the incredibly fun pick'ems here. This is the fun pick'ems. we listen. We got fucked in the legend stage, man. We got fucked in the legend stage. What was it? Top 3 or top 4 didn't make it, chat. Was it top 3 or 4? Fucking Mickey Mouse HLTV rankings, dude. Unbelievable. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3 did not make playoffs. Oh, dude, you know what? You know what? This is. I'd rather just go like this. I got burned. I'm an idiot, and I didn't leave my Furia 3-0 in Legends. So this is my way of making myself feel better, because this is just what I want to see. I think this is what we're going with. This is just fun. I think if you want to go the other route, obviously, I think if NaVi beats Furia, I think it's their major to lose. I think that's how I look at this. This is essentially going to be the winner of this will go to at least the finals. I think Cloud9 looks insane. They do. I'm a big Cloud9 simp. I still think that experience, once you get to a certain point. Also keep in mind, a big reason why I feel, well, actually the crowd gets pretty aggressive if you knock out their team. Yeah, I don't know if NaVi knocks out Furia, I don't know if the next day that NaVi will have the crowd. I think if they didn't play each other, I would think that NaVi has the crowd actually the whole way out of all these teams. Why do I feel like Furia will win over C9? Oh, I'm not really, guys, these are the base pick'ems. This is just what I motherfuckers be like, how do you think that, guys, we are taking Furia to the fucking finals, bro. That's what I just want to see it. Do I think in normal circumstances, if they were like in a studio or something, do I think Furia beats Cloud9? Probably not. But I don't give a fuck. I'm here for the Disney storyline. You know what I'm saying? Farming Brazilian views? I mean, you can't say that when I literally didn't put 00 Nation, 9Z, or Imperial advancing in my first pick'ems video. You literally can't do it. You can't. Nah, you don't get to say that. All right, one sec. We'll tweet this out. That was a much more like, that's just what I want to see happen, chat. Good luck with your pick'ems. Your boys locked in. I'm probably gonna leave Silver taking Fury all the way to the final, but I don't care. We're having fun with it. You know what I'm saying? We are having fun with it. Oh shit. It is the way, boys. This is the way. It might be the way to a silver coin, but it's the right path.